Hi Astrolifers, I'm doing the video today from my car because I've got to go and work with some clients all day, so I probably won't have time to do it later on, so I'm doing it now. So yes, this week we've had a shift during on Friday during the weekend, so we've got finally Venus that is moving forwards. So if your relationships are starting to get better, hi Caitlin, if your relationships are starting to get better, it's normal. Because obviously Venus rules love, rules relationships, and so a lot of people were having a lot of problems as far as that was concerned between family members or obviously in couples. So that should be back in order. So if you start falling in love again, or if things starts to be a little bit easier, it's normal because of that aspects that we had with Venus retrograde. Now, unfortunately, on the same day, not unfortunately, really technically, if you think about it, because there's a reason why things happen, but on the same day, we started to have Mercury retrogrades, and Mercury retrogrades deals with everything to do with contracts and buying electronics and business deals and communication and things like that. So it's not going to make it easy into these fields. So just wait. And that's why I said wait until the 6th, 12th to actually sign a contract for anything that is important, or to buy, Christmas presents, or to buy electronics. Because when you've got Mercury retrograde, it's going to create problems. There's going to be something that is not going to be right, or is not going to pay off, or even the new deal that you've made is not going to promise or to keep its promise and give you what you expected from it. Hi Amanda, hi Landy. So yes, so it's better not to do anything until that time, because in that case you put all the strength of the universe on your side. So don't do it and wait for the 6th. Just keep on working on it and make it better, improve everything that you can, and then launch it at that point. The stars will be with you. We were actually talking on the way with my kids about things started with Mercury retrograde, and Madeline has been analyzing things starting or relationships starting with Mercury retrograde, and she said, now I know when it's going to last or not, because depending of when it's done, at school, that's what they do, teenagers, and she said, I know if it's going to last or not. And I said, yeah, that's the way it works. So that's funny to see it from the point of view of 13 years old. It was funny this morning. Anyway, so please wait at that time. It will be so much better. Also, another thing is that this week we're going to have a full moon on the 22nd. It's going to be in Gemini, so that's going to bring things to conclusion as well. That's going to be the end of something, and that is going to be linked also with communication. Gemini, it's all about communication or projects or things like that. So on one side it's going to be good, it's going to be kind of like a relief for most of you. In the same time, unfortunately, on the same day there is an opposition. So if there was going to be a strong conversation or anything like that, try to avoid fighting on that day or responding even, or anything like that. Try just to avoid and say, look, I've heard what you said. It's important to me. Let me think about it, and then I will give you my answer later on. And then give the answer if you can, or on the 25th, 26th, because these are going to be the best days almost of the year. We've got Jupiter in really good angle with the Sun. So there you can have some really, really good news, and definitely it would be a good time to talk and to express your feelings and stuff like that. But again, don't start something into the 6th of December. So that's going to be awesome. You might even have some really good offers on those days. And again, consider them. There's not much time between the 26th and the 6th. It's only a few days. So say, look, I'm really interested if you are. But just make sure that you actually sign when the planets are actually moving forwards, because you don't want to be starting something when it's going backwards, like it's like starting something and you're taking the sea and it's taking you backwards, when in fact you want something to carry you and to move you forwards. And between the 6th of December and February 2019, the stars are going to be excellent. They're going to be almost the best of the year. So we're going to start the year on an excellent note and a very high spirit. So you want to do that. There will be some other aspects, and not worry, during the year it's going to be a very good year next year, because of Mars, the planet of business and strength and energy. It's not going to be retrograde at all. And Venus, the planet of love and relationships, but also money, because Venus, she's got the purse. She's got the long dress. Yes, she looks after love and relationships and beauty and all that, but she also has the coins. So in her little purse, in a little. Yes, she also deals with money. So at least next year we won't have any retrograde in that field. So you can imagine how good the year is going to be. So just keep on going. Yes, there is a reason why we have those retrogrades and why we had Venus and then we have Mercury. It's because everything needs to be cleaned up. Everything that is not serving you needs to be cleaned up before we start the 6th. So the universe is always going to make sure that everything blows up, like obviously the same, giving us a full moon with some aspects that are really positive to finish things, but also things with opposition where things are also going to kind of pop up and make sure that it is cleaned up so you don't take it in the new cycles. So the only thing, that's it, avoid on that full moon, you know, any kind of important, you know, strong conversations, and also try to avoid to take the road. With Gemini, it's also linked with transportation. So if you can stay at home, that's fine. And if you go on the road, well, you know what? Someone that is one is going to be equal to 2 people, you know, instead of 1. There's a French saying in that, you know, we say that 1 person that is, 1 is equals 10% or something like that. So anyway, so at least you know, so you'll be more careful and then nothing happens to you, because that's what my videos are all about, to look after you guys and to make sure you're safe. So yes, on that day, just be careful, extra careful on the road, and try not to have any problems, and then really enjoy the 25th and the 26th. So anything important there or things coming up, really consider them seriously, because with the Sun over with Jupiter, they are the 2 best planets on the Self and the planet of luck. So consider that very seriously, because there will be really good things offered, and just say that yes, if you are interested, think about it and sign your contract and make the move after the 6th of December. That's it, folks, for this week. I'll see you next Monday, and I'll talk to you very soon. Ciao, ciao, bye.